Good morning, good evening. Thank you for watching this video, and hopefully there'll be more to come. I want to offer an interesting insight from Scripture on forgiveness, something that maybe you haven't thought about heretofore. It's from Luke 23 and 34, and we know it as one of the 7 last sayings of Christ. And it simply says, "Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do." That's so powerful. And I want to show you 3 things from here really quickly. And I pray that it blesses you and strengthens you, empowers you for your day. First thing, Jesus asked forgiveness when there was no apology given. As a matter of fact, the people didn't even know that they had wronged Jesus. They actually thought they were in the right. And here it is, Jesus forgives them although they haven't even admitted that they were wrong. You know, I think many times we get forgiveness confused with reconciliation. Reconciliation is when 2 parties come together and they make up. Forgiveness is me releasing myself from the pain of what others have done to me. It's my refusal to be bound to a situation. It's my refusal to allow a situation or something that has happened to rule me and make me revisit it over and over in inner anguish. It has nothing to do with the other person admitting that they're wrong. So don't you wait until don't you hold on to that saying, they don't even know what they've done to me. They don't know what happened. You forgive and release yourself from what happened. You release yourself from that situation. Don't keep holding yourself to that. Don't keep allowing your life to spin around this hurt or this situation that happened. Follow the example of Jesus in that he forgave when his accusers didn't even know they were in the wrong. He forgave before there was an apology. Don't you wait for someone to come and tell you that they were wrong. You pray for them, and not only that, you address the situation in the way that Scripture says we should address offenses, but you make sure that you forgive, because forgiveness releases you. It releases you to live on beyond what has happened. Secondly, he prayed for them. And you know you've truly released it. You know you've truly let it go when you're able to pray for them. If you can't pray for them, if you still can't stand them, you haven't released it yet. You haven't forgiven. And I know that there are people who say, I'll forgive you, but I won't forget. I'll forgive you, but I'm still going to hold on to a piece of it. But if you can't pray, and not only, he didn't just pray, he didn't pray, God, get them. He said, God, forgive them. In other words, he was praying that they would be in a better position with God. If you can't pray for people to get better, you hadn't forgiven them yet. Your prayer ought to be, God, I know that they don't know what they did to me, but Lord, help them understand. Lord, help them to see it. Lord, help them to get in a better place with you. Heal them where they're hurting so that they won't treat anybody else like they've treated me. You know that you've truly released it when you can pray for them. Jesus encourages us in the same way. Pray for those who persecute you and despitefully use you. And he didn't just teach it, he demonstrated it on Calvary. The number 3 thing I think is one of the most interesting things when he says they don't know what they're doing. Forgive them because they don't know what they're doing. I think the most interesting thing about when people hurt us or offend us is I don't think they truly understand the gravity of what they're doing. When people come against you and they hurt you and they offend you, understand this, it's hurt people that hurt people. They're not just doing it for no reason. They're doing it because they have hurt inside. When Jesus says they don't know what they're doing, Jesus looked past the fact that they had beaten him, the fact that they had nailed nails in his hands and in his feet, the fact that they had put a thorny crown on his brow and beaten it on his head. He looked past all of that and says those are just symptoms. The real problem is their sin. The reason they're doing this is because they're trapped in sin. I'm looking beyond what you're doing to me and realizing that the problem is your sin. We've got to be able to look past what people do to us. The mature Christian has to be able to look past what people are doing to us and recognize that if they're hurting us, it's because they have pain. If they're offending us, it's because there's pain inside and they don't understand the gravity of what they're doing. They think they're just coming against you, but they're coming from a place, they're just revealing the pain that they have inside. And so we ought to pray for them. Lord, heal them. Lord, show them their places of hurt so that they don't continue to hurt other people. Not only that, they don't understand what they're doing, because when you touch God's anointed, there's a penalty for that. Father, forgive them, because they don't understand that there is a recompense for that. They don't understand that you said, touch not my anointed and do my prophets no harm. They don't understand that what a man sows, he shall also reap. That's the importance of praying for your enemies. That's the importance of forgiving people and releasing them, because often they're coming from a place of pain. Hurt people hurt people. And so if someone comes against you today, I just want you to remember that it's hurt people that hurt people. Look beyond that, smile, choose to forgive them, and most of all, pray for them. And if we do that, we'll affect more change than holding a grudge. Holding a grudge does nothing except hold us. We become hostages in the prison of our minds, in the prisons of our hearts to those situations. Choose to forgive, release people, and pray for them, and see something different happen in life. Have a great day.